What's up, everyone? Welcome back to my card show. I am your host, Tim, and today I wanted to get into Starstock and some of the purchases that I've made lately, kind of how I buy and sell, and also go over the month of July just to see how I did. Hopefully, this kind of makes sense, my strategy as I show it to you, and please let me know your thoughts, comment below, and just let me know what you think about my strategy on buying and selling on Starstock. For those of you that are at the National, having fun, I wish I were there. I did get this t-shirt. Hopefully this shows up on camera here. Got a t-shirt from Sports Card Investor. I was planning to go. I didn't go after all, but they did send me a t-shirt, so thank you for that. I do use market movers. I love using market movers. So I'm going to go ahead and advertise it. I don't get anything for it. I'm not an affiliate. I have no affiliate link, but I do love using it, and wish I were there. So if anyone's actually at the National right now and happens to click on my YouTube show, I hope you have a great time. I mean, that's awesome. I think that would be really cool if somebody were actually there and they're watching my show. So anyway, let's get into it. I wanted to show a couple of pickups that I just made today, which I'm pretty excited about. The first one is Russell Westbrook. Once I heard the news that the Lakers were getting Russell Westbrook, I am a Laker fan, just for reference. I was pretty excited about this and right away looked up his cards on eBay. Let's go ahead and take a look at them on Market Movers, just so you could see what his his PSA 10 and PSA 9 prices are today, because they have been trending up, and you'll be able to see that on Market Movers. It's much more clear looking at it on a graph. So let's go ahead and pull that up. I was super excited about the news. I think adding Russell Westbrook, a superstar, to two other superstars, I think that immediately puts them on the map with the Nets. I know that last year, or just this most recent basketball season, and even looking forward to next year, all the talk is the Nets should win the title. With those three, with Kyrie, with James Harden, with Kevin Durant, they should win the title. And now I think that really changes the story. Now that the Lakers got Russell Westbrook. Immediately looked up his card on Starstock, saw that there are two Topps Chrome Starstock A's. The listing price was $475, which I didn't think was a bad price. If you look, you can see that his PSA 9 recently sold for $465. I believe it was selling for less than that when I checked a couple of days ago. So I went ahead and put in my offer for $250 for a Starstock A. As you know, Starstock A has been pre-graded by the people at Starstock, and most likely will come back a PSA 9 or a PSA 10. Judging by the pop report here, you can see there's 119 PSA 10s in existence, 270 PSA 9s. There's about a 30% chance that it'll come back a PSA 10. PSA 10s are selling for $2,250. I believe that price will hold, if not even increase in value, leading up to the NBA season. And currently, as I said before, PSA 9 is at $465. So I went ahead and put in an offer for $250, and I got it. I got it for $250. I'm pretty excited about that. I really didn't think it would fall to me at that price. I honestly thought I might have to creep up a little bit to try to get it, maybe three in the low threes. But if I owned the card, I wouldn't sell it that cheap. What I would do is request it back and grade it. And that's exactly what I'm thinking about doing, is requesting it back and sending it to PSA on a $200 submission, assuming they don't open any other levels, which I'm going to go with that assumption until at least the end of the year. From the looks of it, it doesn't look like PSA is trying to make any more moves anytime soon. They're opening up the $200 submission level on July 1st, I believe, because they pinned themselves in that corner by stating that they were going to reopen on July 1st. And so I think they had to do something, and so that was their compromise, or throwing the sports card collecting world a bone. But I watched a couple of videos on the National, and I noticed that they just got full on that first day on Thursday, so there aren't even any submissions going into PSA at the National today or yesterday. Apparently they got full right away, so there's still that really high demand. If I send this into PSA at a $200 level, I bought it for $250, so I'm into it $450. As I stated, the PSA 9 sells for 465. So even if it comes back a PSA 9, that's break even, and that's assuming the 9 stays at this price, which it may. We just don't know the market going forward, but there's also a chance it could go up. So I could see a little bit of profit. If it comes back at 10, huge win. I think I'm willing to take that chance. I'd like to know your thoughts. Please comment below. Let me know what you think about that. That was kind of my big purchase of the day, this Russell Westbrook Topps Chrome Starstock A. Also picked up this LaMelo, which is a nice little pickup as well. Let's go ahead and look up LaMelo's card on Market Movers. I got this Prism Starstock A for $100. And these prices are out the door. There's no sales tax on Starstock purchases because they are in a sales tax free state. So it's nice. You don't even have to pay sales tax. They also really do a nice job shipping it home to you. They don't really try to overcharge. I think they try to charge you what their cost is for shipping a card home. I think if you just get one card shipped home, they're going to charge you $5 minimum. But even then, that's just a minimal charge, especially on these high dollar cards. You can see here, Pop Report's low on LaMelo. This will definitely go up, and I think this is the tricky part about his card. There's only 102 PSA 10s, 153 PSA 9s. There are probably going to be quite a few at PSA at some point down the road. The fact that they shut down on, I believe it was March 1st or April 1st that they shut down. I can't even remember now. I think it was April 1st. When they shut down, that was right when Prism came out with their 2020 basketball. So normally you would have seen a flood of LaMelos going to PSA, and this Pop Report would be significantly higher. So we really don't know quite how high the Pop Report will be. However, you can see the PSA 10 selling for $1,000, the PSA 9 selling for $240. I got the card for $100. So if it comes back at 9, that's $240. I already make a profit there. Obviously, if it comes back at 10, it's a huge win. I anticipate that these card values will go down again because the Pop Report is going to go up. I don't see them going down so drastically, though. I think that there is enough demand for LaMelo's cards, and there will be enough hype for LaMelo going into the next NBA season that it will keep the prices kind of from just drastically falling just because the Pop Report is 1,000 or even 10,000. That's just my personal opinion. But if you look at Luka, he has well over 15,000 PSA 10 Prism cards, and those cards are still trading for, I believe, around $700 to $800. I haven't checked. I guess I could check on Market Movers right now. But with a pop count that high, they're still trading. Luka's a great player, and his team has made the playoffs 2 years in a row, but they got bounced for the first 2 years in a row. And even with that, his prices are still holding with a huge pop count. I believe LaMelo will make the playoffs again this upcoming season. He's only going to get better, and I believe that the Hornets will. They already have a lot of nice pieces, and they'll probably try to make some adjustments to help them get there again. That's just my opinion on that. I was pretty excited about those two pickups, and I wanted to just get into my buys and sells for the month of July. Today is July 31st, and the last card I sold as of yesterday is this Pete Alonso PSA 10. I bought it for $25, sold it for $29.50. I'm not going to go through every buy and sell for the month because there's quite a few. You can see the sales, that's 718 sales totals, my whole history on Starstock, not for the month of July. But I did calculate the total purchase price and the total sales price for the month of July. And what I found is that I pretty much broke even. So that might seem like a lot of wasted time. As you can see here, I have a lot of sales. I bought some Keibert Ruizes at 18 cents. I sold them for $1.25. I just wanted to take a little profit there, especially with the news that he got traded as part of that Max Scherzer deal. I lost a little bit on this Donovan Mitchell, and I sold this Cody Bellinger Purple Refractor for a little profit, $3. Sold this Keibert Ruiz. I was a little bit bummed. I kind of wanted to hang on to this and get it graded. But I had it up there for $50. Once the news came out that he was traded, somebody bought it. So that's cool. It's a $15 profit. That's nice. I bought this LaMelo Donruss for $17.50 and sold it for $23.99. That's cool. Nice little profit on a base LaMelo card. I like the card. I actually want to own it and have a graded copy myself, but I'll take the profit for now. And then again, I sold some of these Keeper Ruizes. I actually bought 80 of these cards on a tip from a friend of mine who actually attends some of these AAA games, and he saw Keeper Ruiz play, and he texted me. He said, "This guy is unreal." And this was before he had his 3 home run game. Apparently, he's been playing lights out in the minor leagues, and I would anticipate that he will actually play for the Nationals this year. I'm pretty excited about him, even though he's not on the Dodgers anymore. But I think he's going to be a great player, or at least I think he'll start out well. We'll see. We'll see what happens down the road. So you can see I have a lot of buys and sells. What I wanted to explain what I do here is I do take losses. And I understand that there's some cards, and let's look at a card that I may have taken a loss on. I think maybe a bigger loss than just a couple of bucks. There were cards that I bought during February, March, and April. Those were when prices were a little bit higher, and unfortunately, I got stuck with quite a few, as many people did. So I just hung on to them, and now decided to unload them. This Donovan Mitchell, I bought it for $30, and I sold it for $15. So one of the reasons I sold it is because I just wanted to get the cash and use it to buy, for example, what I just bought, the LaMelo and the Russell Westbrook. So that the cash itself is I'm also using to buy the cards that if there's a card that I see that I'm targeting and I think I can get it at a good price, and maybe I don't have enough cash in Starstock and I don't necessarily want to put more cash, I'm going to go ahead and unload some of these cards even at losses, knowing that I also want to sell some cards at profits, at small profits, so that I don't have this kind of built-in loss from these trades, these day trades. The real money that I'm looking to make at Starstock is, for example, that Russell Westbrook, getting it graded, getting it back, hoping to hit a PSA 10. I believe that's where the real money is. This day trading stuff is just to kind of maybe capture some profit along the way, and ultimately to move into nice cards that I want to grade. So that's kind of my strategy. And you can see here, Jordan Love is a card where I was buying and selling all along. One moment he's going to be the starter, the next moment Rodgers might come back, then he's going to maybe be the starter again. Now finally Rodgers has renegotiated his contract, and it looks like he's going to be back with the Packers again. These ups and downs have caused swings in the prices. I usually pick up the card for between $30 and $35. In this one, I was able to sell for $43. I think I did sell 3 of these Jordan Loves earlier on when, again, the different news was out and there was just this idea that Jordan Love was going to be the guy in Green Bay. His card went up, his Prism Starstock A went up to close to $70, if I remember. So I was able to sell a couple in the 60s, which was nice. And then I'll pick him right back up at 30. So I've been doing that all along. I'm actually a believer in Jordan Love. I think he will be a good NFL quarterback. I don't think the Packers would have taken him and caused all of this controversy if they didn't believe in him. I mean, if the scouts didn't like what they saw, if upper management, the general manager, everyone in the organization, were they willing to just upset the whole, the whole ship for this guy. He's got to be good. That's my thought. I like what I see on the highlight reels. And his price points are pretty low. I mean, his Prism 2020 Starstock A for $30. I can get it graded for $30, and I might get some PSA 10s back for an investment of $60. I think that's super cheap for an NFL quarterback in Green Bay. I believe he will stay in Green Bay. My thought is Rodgers is going to play this last year out. And this is kind of his farewell year, and Jordan Love will take over as the starter next year. Also, there's no guarantee Aaron Rodgers plays all 16 or 17 games this year. He's not exactly young. He hasn't had the best track record in terms of staying healthy all year long. Last year, if anything, was a little bit of an anomaly. He had his MVP season, but I remember many years prior to that, he would have some sort of injury that would keep him out for a number of games. Injuries have seemed to plague him, especially later in his career, the past few years. So there is a real opportunity for Jordan Love to step in and show what he can do. And if you can get his rookie cards at a discounted price right now, I think that's a great buy. Sold this Ozzy Albies again just to get the cash to probably get into another card. And these are all the sales. I was kind of bummed of selling this Kuzma. I actually like Kyle Kuzma. I'm a Laker fan. I like what I saw. I think he hustles. I think he rebounds well. His three-point shooting maybe wasn't the best, but it wasn't the worst. I don't know what it was, why he couldn't really get going, but I don't think it's lack of talent. I'm sure many of you out there would disagree with me. That's fine. We'll see. He's going to get his chance in Washington, so we'll see how he does. But I picked up this PSA 9 Auto, which just looks like a cool card, if you could see it here. I really wanted to get this back in person and just have it for my collection. That's when I thought he was going to be on the Lakers. And I actually sold it before the news came out. So I just thought I'd take the profit again because I like to take some profit so that I'm not operating in a loss on these day trades. So that's my strategy. So you see I scroll down the list, and that's why you see a lot of sales are almost break even. I bought this Karis LeVert for 10, sold it for 950. Bought this Gabriel Davis for 16, sold it for 17. I just look through and I see, oh, I want to buy that LaMelo. I want to buy it for $100. I need to sell $100 worth of cards, and that's kind of my strategy. So I'll say, well, I can get 17 for this Gabriel Davis right now. I'll just take the cash. I don't really make much of a profit, or if any at all, but I'd rather get into that LaMelo than this Gabriel Davis silver. So those are kind of the decisions that I make. In the case of this Jaren Duran, I guess influenced by the news as well. So when a prospect comes up, I avoided Wander Franco, I avoided Bobby Witt, I avoided Jared Kalenic, or any of these other baseball prospects. Somehow I got roped into Jaren Duran, and I think it's because I've been following the Red Sox. I like their lineup, so I think that's kind of why I just took a flyer on him. And then I realized quickly that, oh wait, this card's going down in value. So I bought it for 17, sold it for $12.85, took my loss, and I think right now you can get it for $5. So the last sale was $5 on that Jaren Duran. So if you're a Jaren Duran believer, now's the time to buy. It looks like you could put an offer out there for $3.50. You might get it that cheap, and that might be a good price. So this is just kind of how I buy and sell on Starstock, and ultimately my goal. Now, even my goal with these Jordan Loves, I did want to get some graded, and I do have 3 still, so I didn't sell them all. I actually have. I listed one for 40. I'm going to cancel this listing, and I'm willing to buy one for $26.50. Let's just cancel that. So you could see the true without my offers in there. You could buy one right now for $34.70. You could sell one right now for $25. I own 3. And I do ultimately want to send a couple in for grading. I want to have these graded Jordan Loves for my own collection because, as I said, I'm a believer in Jordan Love. If the Packers are willing to invest, a high draft pick in this player, and not only that, but upset the guy that matters in the organization, Aaron Rodgers, to the point where he almost didn't play for them this year, there's got to be something there. So that's my logic with that. And then you could see some other sells. I must have just wanted the cash right away for this Seager because I don't know why I would let it go for such a big loss, but so be it. I got rid of some Gavin Luxes, and I wish I would have gotten rid of more. So Gavin Lux was probably my biggest bust of the year. The Dodgers picked up Trey Turner. There's no way I see Gavin Lux in the lineup again unless there's an injury. Just my opinion. Let me know your thoughts on that. And you can see just going down the line, I also did buy. So I sold the Shohei Ohtani. I bought it for 35, sold it for 76. I thought that was just a nice profit to take. And I also got a PSA 10 Shohei, and I was pretty excited to get it at 205 at the time. I sold it for 285. It actually went up to well over $400 after I sold it. But that's the other thing. I kind of go by the philosophy of take the profits when they're there. I got it at a good price, and I believe I sold it right away. So that's the thing. If I could get an $80 profit in a couple of days, and let me just see when the buy sell happened here on this. so you guys can see. So I bought it on July 1st for 205 and I sold it on July 4th for 285. So if you could get an $80 profit in a few days, I say go ahead and take it. We don't have a crystal ball. I had no idea the card is going to go up another $100 or $150 or whatever it went up after that. It wouldn't even make sense logically to think that that was going to happen, especially on a base Topps Chrome card, but it did. It's one of those things, and it hasn't been happening lately in this kind of down market. So that's another thing. I just felt good about that profit, and I still feel good about it. I don't, you're not going to buy at the bottom. You're not going to buy at the floor probably most of the time, and you're not going to sell at the peak most of the time. We're not psychics here. So really, you're just trying to play within. When you see there's a good profit to take it. When you see there's a good buying opportunity, go for it. And that's kind of the philosophy I've gone by. And a big purchase that I can reference is Mookie Betts got his BGS 9.5 for $1,500. The next week, I think one sold for $1,200. So you can kind of say, what a waste. I could have bought one for $1,200. Yeah, well, we didn't know another one was going to sell for $1,200. Last sale I saw yesterday was $2,250 on the card. So it looks like it might be trending back up. Who knows? When he comes back, if he plays well, the card might go up even more. And that's the idea. You buy kind of at where you think the buying opportunity is, which is what I thought on that Mookie. And hopefully he does play well. Hopefully the Dodgers make that deep run in the playoffs, and he's one of the key guys. And maybe the card doubles by the end of the playoffs. At that point, you take the profit, or you keep it, because I'm a Dodger fan. I don't know what to do. It's hard to tell sometimes, because I want to keep these cards. I am a collector. I love the cards themselves. So, it's this. I'm gonna have this. It's a good dilemma to have, but I might have this dilemma of, do I sell a Mookie for a $500 profit or a $1,000 profit, or do I just keep it because he's got a 10-year contract with the Dodgers? Do I try to collect more? So these are things that are gonna play out over time. It's a fun thing. It's why I do it. Hope you enjoyed the video. Again, just wanted to go over some of my buying strategies on Starstock. So my total profit for the month of July for the buy sells, essentially I would call it day trading, is $4.14. So I thought that was kind of funny. I didn't make a profit at all, but again, I knew I had taken some losses from earlier purchases, and that's why I sold some cards at small profits to try to compensate for those losses. And it looks like I almost was break even on that, which was, I don't know. I guess that's how it worked out. I'm really hoping next month though that I kind of make better buys and sells, so that I'm not losing as much, and maybe I might even show more of a profit on the day trading. But again, the real money is made on the bigger cards like this Shohei Ohtani Topps Chrome. Once I get it to PSA, it gets graded. That's where the profit is made. That's my strategy on Starstock. Let me know what you think. Have a great day if you're at the National. I hope you had a wonderful time, and I hope to see some of you at the next big card show, wherever that is. All right. Hope you all have a great rest of your weekend, and I'll see you on the next one.